Team, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm stoked to see. I've had a ton of questions about this pack that's on my back, and it sounds like Riggs does as well. Truth be told, he just wants to play some stick and go for a walk. So we're gonna do a little bit of both here, but I do want to try to break down how I have my pack set up. We'll call it the Smallis, right? The Stoked modified Alice pack. Had this medium Alice pack for years, and I kind of sat for a while in its basic issued configuration until a couple years ago I started to do tweaking and a few things on it. Rig just really wants to play stick, and it's almost to the point now where I'm super happy with it. So I'm going to share this, and now I have this thing broken down. Start off, it is a basic medium Alice pack with a few modifications. It's kind of a Frankenstein pack. I have a tactical tailor frame and shoulder straps, right? Waist belt has been upgraded as well. This one's not tactical tailor. Their turnaround time was way too long. I can't remember where I picked this one up, but any decent web belt is going to do way gooder than what came on this thing stock. I pulled off the vertical straps and replaced them with just some strapping that I had. These two actually came from a Kafaru pack that I had, and they were designed to secure my pack, my Eastern Ruck, to a tree. But this was just a great, easy modification. It just kind of clips in, and then I have enough room on both sides to be able to move the buckle system where I want it, right? Does that make sense? So looking at the very top of the pack, we see that I have a pouch on the top, and that is nothing but a United States Marine Corps sustainment pouch. And it's a perfect place to hold beanies, snivel gear, gloves, map markers, ink stick, pens, pencils, all that kind of hoo-yah stuff. And along on the wearer's right side, I have my individual first aid kit. Next to that, I have another extremely used tactical tailor pouch, and that has my wipes in it, as well as some marking tape and some duct tape as well. Next to that, I have another horizontal pouch, and that has all of my Ridgeline equipment, so it has paracord and stakes. To that, I have a vertical pouch, and in this one right now, I have just my repair items in there. But it'd be a great place to put some NVDs and things of this nature. And for those external pouches, anything that's 4x3 or 2x5 is going to work out pretty good for you. So the medium Alice pack is a great small pack. It's about the size of a 48 to 72 hour pack as is, but you don't get the best utilization of it, because really, except for the 3 external vertical pouches, all of your sustainment load is on the inside. And so if you need to get in there, you just don't have a lot of options to be able to do that quick and efficiently. And so that's why a lot of people modify their packs. And then other than that, I mean, my pack contents really have remained unchanged. On the wearer's right hand side, I have my e-tool. On the wearer's left hand side, I have my 2-quart canteen. I also pulled off the snap systems for my 3 exterior basic issued pouches, and I put in some buckles that are stitched in and then duct taped up. I didn't take the time to cut and remove anything. I just kind of used some things that kind of worked in. Again, you got to use what you have, and then once you're done, and it's kind of like making a prototype. You build something, you break it, you build it again, but make it a little bit better. You break it, you build it again and break it, and eventually you'll get to the point where you have something that is unbreakable, and that's kind of where this pack is heading to. So I'm not done with this pack by any stretch of the means, but it's getting a lot further along than where it was when it first started. Team, for those that you were asking, or if you're curious about how to modify an existing Alice pack, I hope this was value added for you in your kit bag as you seek to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue. I think total, you know, the Alice pack, you can probably pick one up for 30-40 bucks used. The frame is a little expensive. It's probably the most expensive part on this pack, as well as the straps. But I'm going to tell you, if you have an Alice pack, the 2 biggest modifications that you need to make are the straps and the waist belt, man. Those two things absolutely suck on the issued pack. So getting a $50 waist belt, or if you want to wait for Tactical Tailor to get theirs in stock, you can do that. And then the pouches up on top will cost you probably anywhere from $20 to $50. And it's just a matter of you as far as using the buckles that you may have laying around. I never throw away pieces and parts when I have to cannibalize any of my gear. So I had those, so that didn't cost me anything. Just a little bit of time and ingenuity to figure out what's going to work best for you. So from here, Riggs and I, we're going to kick it. We're going to walk some trails and see what we can get into, and we'll talk a little bit about how to build a tribe. Oh, and if you're like Stoker, why don't you have a cover for your pack so that you can be all camoed in? Hey, brother, listen to me. You need to understand what the probability of discovery is for the area that you are working in. Here, the probability of discovery of seeing a pack that's not moving is probably 15 meters. So that's why I don't have a cover. Contested environment may operate a little bit different. Different environment may operate a little bit different. But here, come on now, it's green and brown. Let's get after this. Big boy. So, fresh hot in North Georgia, up on the North Carolina border. And like many of you, I'm working through trying to build a tribe. And, it's not the easiest thing to do, so share some experiences with you as far as what I'm doing to help broaden my horizons here and connect with folks that are like-minded. Now, bear in mind, I've only got a week up here. So, first couple stops I've made were ranger stations. Stopped by and talked to the sheriff's department. Receptionist she was something. But one of the deputies I talked to, he was a good dude, and chit-chatted for a while. Stopped by and talked to the fire department, because here they're the ones that handle search and rescue. And as it turns out, which I'm not surprised. There you go, bub. Does it Riggs poop in the woods? He does. They don't get very many, maybe 60 calls a year. And most of that is in the fall time, right, when the seasons change. And you got the Atlantites coming up. Oh, some deer trail. Okay. That do dumb things. Some of those dumb things are just lock their keys in, or just really retarded stuff, but only a few actual calls. Stopped by some local used bookstores, picked up some books on the area, stopped by the library, stopped by the gun stores, right? There's 3 of them that I stopped in. One was run by a couple younger guys. Another one was a transplant, retired sheriff from Florida. And the other one's been a lifelong resident. Man, we had a huge conversation about the county in North Carolina and the surrounding county. Same with the sheriff's department and the fire department. Getting to know, how these folks interact with each other. Getting to know the basic crime in the area. Getting to know things to look out for, areas to be concerned about, which the general consensus is the Dollar General. I'm impressed he didn't walk through that, to be honest with you. Alright, moving on. Probably try to post some events on my Facebook page and here on the channel for some gatherings, if you will. So definitely, if you live in the tri-state area, you can't help yourself. Come on, and you're like mind, as we all seek to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue, man, I'm gonna encourage you to swing down once we get those things moving along. It could be just some barbecuing, it could be some ruts, to test our equipment, get to know one another, chew the fat a little bit. And I think that, it's not the easiest thing to do. And once we get settled in a house, I'll go chit-chat with my neighbors. Building a tribe is not the easiest thing. But it doesn't have to be a challenge. We just need to think outside the box, put ourselves out there, be willing to meet some new folks, be willing to be rejected, be willing to reject. And then it all kind of pans out in the end. If you have considerations for myself or for anybody else that may be looking to build their tribes, definitely leave some comments down below, as the at-large community becomes a little bit stronger directly because of your comments. Gotta be a squirrel. Riggs, come. Go boy, go boy. This is my first time in this ORV trail. Never been here before. It's not too bad. I don't have a four-wheeler, but probably on the short list. See if we can't find our way back to our truck now that we've busted some brush and gone up and down a few different trails. There's a lake to our east. Another thing I hope to get going is some in-person training. So definitely look forward to seeing those posts as well. Once I find the place I want to do it on, get all the logistics sorted out, that'll be hot in the chute. And I think, for what I want to do is charge an affordable price, for adults, and let any adult bring their kids along for free. Keep them involved. I think that's an important thing, to work and train with your kids, and look forward to reaching out to any of the scouting programs or any other youth programs that are here to work on a few different things. So team, I hope you enjoyed the content of it. If you did, you know what to do. I'm not even going to waste your time or insult your intelligence telling you. We're all grown-ass adults who've been YouTubing for a while, so I appreciate you guys. Till then, stay out there. You keep grinding, keep training, and stay stoked. Stoked. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.